Today I'm going to be teaching you a lesson. Does anyone know my name?
I don't know.
You don't know my name. Okay, so my name is Michael, right? Michael. We got Mike or Mick? We got Mike. Okay. Which one of you is Mike? You're Mike. Mike is Michael. Very good. Some people call me Mike, right? Mike. Okay. So I'm the ELL director. ELL, right? Director. So today we're going to do two things. Okay. So today on the agenda are two things. Okay. So one thing is we're going to learn about phonics. Okay. We're going to learn between S and an SH. Okay. So this is what we're going to learn. And then second, we're going to do some speaking today. All right. Okay. So this is for the agenda today. All right. Now let's move on. Okay. So I'm going to give you a sentence. Okay. She sells seashells at the sea. Let's see here. Sure. Okay. All right. So now I want you to repeat this. All right. So I'll say it again. She sells seashells at the seashore. Okay. Now, why don't we do one word at a time? Okay. You repeat one word at a time. So, for example, she. I'll say she, and then sells, and then she, and then you repeat. Okay. So, for example, so I'll say she, and then
She.
Okay. I'll say it again. She.
She.
Okay. Sells.
Sells.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So, you ready? Okay. Okay. She.
She.
Sells.
Sells.
Shells.
Shells.
At
The.
the seashore.
Shore.
Okay. Now I'm going to do the whole sentence through. Okay. So the whole sentence. She sells seashells at the seashore.
She sells seashells at the seashore.
Okay. Now we're going to do this a little bit faster. She sells seashells at the seashore.
She sells seashells at the seashore.
And even faster. She sells seashells at the seashore.
She sells seashells at the seashore.
And one more time, even faster. Okay. She sells seashells at the seashore.
She sells seashells at the seashore.
Okay. Did you notice anything interesting about the pronunciation? Do you notice, is there an S or an SH sound in here? Yes? Okay. So give me an example of a sound with an S. Give me a word with an S. Okay. And what about SH? Which one?
She.
Okay. She, right? So C and she, right? Almost the same, except this is the difference. Got it? Okay, good. All right, let's move on. Okay. Now, all right. So now, today, what we're going to do is we're going to work on the pronunciation between the S sound and then the sh sound. So it's S or SH. You do phonics. These are phonetics, right? You guys have learned also phonetics, right? So this is what we're going to do today, all right? Now, let's see here. Okay. So turn to open your books, okay? Yeah, page 32. So page 32 to this page. Open your books to page 32, this page. Okay? All right. Now, let's see what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to listen to this, okay? And we want to pay attention to the s and sh. Notice the different colors on the words. You see, there's different colors for s and sh. Look at them over here, right? Look at the different colors. Okay, there's different colors, right? You see, what two colors are they? Red and blue. Notice the two different colors, and then notice the two different sounds. Okay? Alright, now let's listen. Okay? And then, I guess we'll have them repeat too. Yes. So, you listen and repeat. I believe that the recording will give them instructions too.
Pupils Book, page 32. 15. Focus on phonics. Listen and repeat.
I need some socks, Simon.
I need some socks, Simon.
But there aren't any shops at the bus station, Sally.
What's that?
Gosh, it's a sock machine.
It's a sock machine. Okay, very good. All right, now, let's see here. I think one time is enough. I think we'll just go over it individually. We don't need the recording. Thank you. Okay, so let's see here. I need some socks, Simon. All right. Now, when you look at this sentence, I need some socks, Simon. Are there S or SH sounds in this sentence? S. Okay. Can you give me the words? How many words have S in it? How many words have S in it? Can you tell me which words have the S in it? Which words have S sound in it? Right, the first sentence. I need some socks, Simon. The first sentence. Can anyone tell me which ones have S? Socks and Simon. Very good. All right, now let's go on to the next sentence. But there aren't any shops at the bus station. Okay? So, are there S sounds and Sh sounds in the sentence? Yes or no? Are there S or Sh? Okay? One or both? Is it both S and Sh, or just S, or just Sh sounds? They both? Both sounds? Yes or no? Yeah, okay, good. Alright, so can someone tell me the sh sounds? Shops, and one more. Station. Now, that's interesting with station. When you look at station, right, does this have an SH? Is it spelled with an SH? Does it, is station, okay, let's look at the board here real quick. The station, so where's the sh sound? From what letter? T. But T, usually T, right? T is usually what, like this? This is how you write it when you, I forget how to write the phonetics. Anyway, so it's a T sound. So, but station, that's very interesting. It has this sound in it, right? Interesting, right? So sometimes even a T can make different sounds, right? That's important. You can make a sh sound, okay? So, all right. Now, let's move on to, all right, S sound. Where are the S sounds in the sentence? Do you know where the S sounds are? Where are the S sounds?
Study.
Okay, salad.
Station.
Right. So bus. Okay. And salad. Okay. So bus and salad. Got it? Alright. Look, what's that? Next sentence. Look, what's that? Are there any sh or s sounds? Okay, what is it? Okay. What's? Alright, so then the next sentence is, gosh, it's a sock machine. So, can you tell me, are there any sh or s sounds?
Machine.
Okay. Machine. Oh, this is interesting too. Machine. Right? So machine, so this has a sh or s sound. Machine. Okay, so it's over here, right? And this is where you sound the sound, right? But this is CH. So can CH, usually it sounds like a ch, right?
Yes.
But sometimes it can sound like sh. Sometimes it can even sound like sh, right? There's many sounds for CH, right? So this is very important. All right. Let's see what we have next. Let's have them repeat it one more time. We'll repeat it. I'll say, you repeat. Okay? I'll say, you repeat. Okay? I need some socks, Simon.
I need some socks.
Very good. But there aren't any shops at the bus station, Sally.
At the bus station.
Very good. Look, what's that?
Look, what's that?
Gosh, it's a sock machine.
Gosh, it's a sock machine.
So a sock machine. So it's a machine that sells socks. What are socks? Can you point to your socks? Where are your socks? Point to your socks.
Socks.
Where are your socks? Right? Socks. Right? These are my socks. Right? I'm wearing, what color socks am I wearing today? Blue socks. Right? So it's a machine that sells socks. That's really interesting, really cool, right? Usually machines sell Coke, right? But this one sells socks. So, alright. Now, let's do we have the worksheet. I'll show them real quick. The diagram. I'll just show it to them first, and then I'll get it out in a minute. Let me see. Okay. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. So we'll think about how we want to break you up into groups. But we're going to have a little bit of group work in a minute. We'll have group work. Pair. Okay, how many in a pair? How many in a pair? How many in a pair? You know the word pair? They know group? Okay, so you have a group work. Okay, so we're going to work 2 and 2. Okay, we have 10 sets of words. See that? 10. Okay, see that? 1 through 10. 1 through 10, right? We're going to have 2 students work together. 2, 2. We'll have to think about what we're going to do. There's 7 today. Originally there was 8. There were 8 students, but today there's 7. We'll work that out, okay? Anyway, so we'll have 2 or 3 students in a group. I want you to take turns reading, okay? Reading this. So for example, 1, you'll be, let's say you 2 are in a group, okay? So you read 1, and then you read 2, okay? And then you read 3, you read 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I clear? Okay, so you take turns. Take turns. Got it? Take turns. 1 and then 2. Read it. And when she reads 1, she listens. She listens, okay? And then if she thinks she makes a mistake, she circles. Okay? So you go, so you take turns. Let's look at the instructions here. So let's see here. 1, take turns reading. 2, circle mistakes. Okay, so these are instructions. Instructions. Okay? Got it? That's it. So you just take turns reading and then circle where you think there's a mistake. Okay? Alright, so let's see here. Do we understand the instructions? Okay. So why don't we model? Why don't you and I model? Let's you think they got it? Okay, then we don't have to.
Okay, so group 1, Christina and Nikki. Group 2. So pick out your pencil.
Okay.
If you think she's wrong, get started. Pick out your pencil. Circle the way she's wrong.
Okay. Wendy and Wendy. Good group. Yeah. Where's the wrong one? Do you notice anything? So he circles your wrong, and you circle his wrong. Okay? So circle mistakes of partner. So your partner, you circle. Okay, good. Look at them again. Very good. What did you? I noticed that myself. It's actually not the sounds themselves. We can go through it. Yeah, that was my summation as well. Yeah. Okay. Why don't we just go through the whole thing and we'll read through the whole thing. Okay. Alright, in 3 seconds we're gonna stop. Okay? So 3, 2, 1. Alright? Now, let's do this as a class. Alright? So I heard you all saying it, practicing. I think that your sh and s sounds sound really good. good. Most of you sound really good. Okay? So I think you understand the sh and the s. Alright? But let's practice the whole list. Okay? So I'll do one word at a time and then you repeat. Okay? I'll say one word, you repeat. Got it? Okay? So we'll start from 1 and then work all the way down to 10. Okay? So one word, repeat. One word, repeat. Okay? Shake.
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 It's an A sound. Like an A. Shake.
Shake.
Shop.
Shop.
Wish.
Wish.
Fish.
Fish.
Mash.
Mash.
Sheet.
Sheet.
Shin.
Shin.
Dash.
Dash.
Wash.
Wash.
Shun.
Shun.
She.
She.
Okay. Shock.
Shark.
Dish.
Dish.
Sash.
Sash.
Shot.
Shot.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Shave.
Shave.
Shall.
Shall.
Mesh.
Mash.
Shush.
Shush.
Sham.
Sham.
Shame.
Shame.
Gosh.
Gosh.
Bash.
Bash.
Gosh.
Gosh.
Show.
Show.
Shoe.
Shoe.
Cash.
Cash.
Hash.
Hash.
Posh.
Posh.
Shack.
Shack.
Shame.
Shame.
Shine.
Shine.
Shown.
Show.
Rash.
Rush.
Sheep.
Sheep.
Shut.
Shut.
Rush.
Rush.
Shade.
Shade.
Right? So some words it's at the beginning. So for example, ship. The sh sound is at the beginning, and some words it's at the end. Right? Fish. Some are at the beginning, and some are at the end of the words. Right? And some are even in the middle. Right? Okay. So you probably noticed that. Right? All right. Now wrapping this up. All right. So, we have learned the major difference between the two sounds. Okay? That's what we have learned today. So, again, we have learned these two sounds today. Okay? You guys have learned your phonetic symbols. We learned these symbols, right? So, we have learned the differentiation between these two. This is not fun. Okay? All right? Now, we're going to move on to our speaking skill. All right. So this sheet, do you have a folder? Do you have a folder in class? Or you can just put it under your book. So right now it's on top of your book. You can put it under your book. What does it mean to put it under your book? Right? So now it's on top. You want to put it. This is on top. Put it under. Right? Okay. So we're going to move on to speaking. Remember, we're learning phonics 1 today, and then the second thing is that we're going to learn speaking. Right? Wendy, do you want to go over anything real quick before?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, let's look at
The phonics. Do you want to review anything with the phonics? You good with that? We're good. All right. Let's move on to the speaking. All right. So let's see here. Can you make a sentence with there is and there, or I should say, or there are, from in the classroom? Okay, so it's a question. I'm asking you, can you make a sentence with there is and there are, okay, in the classroom? So for example, Wendy, you want to give us one example?
There is a bell in our classroom.
Right.
And they look at the back of the classroom. There are 2 triangle desks. You see it? So there is and there are.
Okay. Does anyone want to try? There is, there are.
Some objects in our classroom.
Does anyone want to try? Volunteer? Do we have any volunteers Please.
There are so many people in the classroom.
Right, there are so many people in the classroom. Very good. Okay, anyone want to give the is? Mike?
There is a clock over
Okay.
there.
Okay, there's a clock over there. Excellent. That was really good. Really. Okay. All right. Now, today, what we're going to talk about is there is and there are. Okay? Let's look in our books on page 32. Over here, okay, on the left, picture 1, and on the right, picture 2. Okay? So picture 1 and picture 2. So open your book up to page 32. Okay? These two. Okay? Now, are these pictures exactly the same? Are they exactly the same? Do they have the exact same things between them? Angel says no. Right, this is Angel or?
Yeah, same or different? It's two pictures. Same or different? Different.
Different, right? So for example, here, there's what? Okay, it's a green bus, and then on the second picture, there
Red
is.
bus.
Yeah, there is a red bus. Okay. Now, let's look at this real quick. I'm going to give you a T-chart today, okay? So let's look at the T-chart real quick. So we're going to make a little T-chart. Alright? So, there is, and then there are. And I want you to look at your book and the two pictures on page 32. And I want you to write down all of there is on this side and all of there are words on this side. So for example, we just said there is a bus, right, or a green bus. You can write bus or green and red bus, both are okay. So if for a bus, do I put a bus here or do I put a bus here? Where do I put a bus?
There is or there are.
There is a bus or there are a bus?
There is.
Let's do one picture. Let's count by one picture. It's per picture. Per picture. So only one or two. That's it. Not one and two. Just one or two. Okay? Alright, so think about it. One or two. Okay, so there is a bus. Okay, so maybe you can write, why don't we do it this way? Green bus, to make it clear. Green bus, and then there is a, what bus? What up in here? In picture 2. Red bus. Okay? So I want you to make a list. And I want you to go through the picture. I want you to make a list. So I'm going to give you a worksheet like this. Okay? And then I want you to write your name. Okay? And then I want you to write on the topic here, you write there is, there are. And then you divide it. Okay? You divide it. Okay? We good? Got it? Any questions? Kanka, you understand? The name, put your name here. But there is, there are. Look at the picture. You can start with this. That's a green bus, red bus. Then you can go up. So kind of green bus. you, Wendy, they've learned this already between their is and their are. They know the grammar.
Yeah, but the picture is one, two.
Right. So that's a good point because some of them are the same. It's a good point. So again, per picture. Do it per picture. Okay?
So you only in either picture 1 or picture 2, you only choose one picture. That will make you easy, right?
Right.
One
Understand?
picture.
One picture. Hamburger. I can spell it too. Hamburger. Right? Hamburger. I can write it down for you. What other difficult words are there? The school. So the difficult words I'm writing on the board.
There is a church.
Where's that, a church? Okay. Church. Alright. I'm sure the book has exactly what it's supposed to be. There we go. See what it's supposed to be actually. That's right. Okay. Here we go. Green bus. And then red bus. Right here. Okay. So okay. There's also a key. Man, right? Man, men. 2 men. Woman, women. Right? Child. You can also say 1 child. 2 children. Right? Boys, girls. Right? Okay? Good. I think you understand most of it. Okay? Alright. Now, put your pencils down. Okay? Just put your pencils down. Okay? Now look at it, you understand how to organize. You're going to a T-chart, right? There are. Okay? So for this next exercise, you can use your T-chart, but you don't have to. Okay? Alright? Now, what we're going to do is practice the sentence. Right? In the first picture, there is, or there are. Okay? In the second picture, there is and there are. And you're going to use the vocabulary from the picture, from your T-chart. Okay? So, let's give you an example. So when you look at picture 1, let me see here. You can model for them. So for example, you have picture 1 and picture 2. In picture 1, there is a police station. In picture 2,
there is a theater.
there is a theater. In picture 1, let's see here, there are, there are people in and then picture 2, can you say what else there are? There are children, there are people, there are benches. What's a bench? Does anyone know what a bench is? A bench. What's a bench?
I know. It's a long chair.
It's a long chair, right? It's a long chair. So there are benches, right? And then Wendy, you do picture 2. Are there benches?
Yes.
Okay.
In the second picture, in the picture 2, there is a bench.
Okay.
There are benches.
There are benches because you see one here,
Yeah.
okay? There's one here, right? But then there's also one here too, right? So there are, right? You understand? So now we're going to work in partners, okay? One of you will say picture 1, so you say in the first picture there is, in the second picture there is, or there are, okay? There is or there are. Got it? Okay. Alright, so let's work in the same pairs as we did before. Okay. So let's get started. Okay. Wendy, go ahead and do this question. Okay. In the first picture, there's a post office. In the first picture, there's a post office. And here. In the first picture, there's a police station. You see it? The teachers. In the first picture, there is I think it's a school. In the first picture, there is a castle.
Compare two pictures. In the first picture, there's a second picture, there is a red school.
In the first picture, there's a green box. The first picture, there is a big dog. In the first picture, the boy was eating a hamburger. Oh, right. Look at it real quick. We're almost ready. So a couple more minutes. About 4 more minutes. Let's wrap it up. Take turns. That's a good idea. Okay, in 3 seconds we're going to stop. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Very good. Okay. Now let's have each group say one sentence each. Okay? And we'll say different sentences. Okay? Each pair will say one sentence each, and then we'll have different sentences. Okay? So we'll go from them to you two, and then you and I will do one together. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead. You ready? Very good. You good, sir? Okay. There. Very good.
In the first picture, there is a castle.
Okay. There is a what? Okay, bridge, very good. And Wendy? Okay, in the second picture, there is a little dog. Okay? And let's do one with an R. There's not too many R's. In the first picture, what else? There are 2 flags. Very good. There are 2 flags. And in the second picture, there are. Think about what's up in the air. How do you say this? Oh. There are clouds. There you go. That's a good one. There are children. Right? There's many things. There are people. There are benches. Right? Many, many different things. Okay. All right. So with this one. All right, today we have practiced there is versus there are. Okay, we practiced there is versus there are. And so, very good. All right, well, that's the conclusion of my lesson. Is there anything you want to give them for homework, maybe?